Hello, and welcome to our afternoon session of the first day of the LFNC's Lupus Mini Health Conference. We hope you had a good break, or if you are just joining us, welcome. This next session is our wellness program, which will be a makeup demonstration for lupus patients. It is led by Lupus Warrior, Alameda support group leader, and makeup artist Jane Tipiachin. Jane is doing a demonstration on how to artfully apply your makeup and how to cover up lupus-related scars and darker pigmentation. This makeup demonstration will last until 2:40, followed by a live Q&A. You can ask questions by clicking on the Q&A button at the bottom of your Zoom window and typing your question, either during the presentation or during the Q&A session. You can ask questions anonymously by clicking the checkbox next to your question before clicking submit as well. So don't be shy. Afterwards, please stay and complete our survey. Now, let me introduce our makeup artist, Jane Tipiachin. Jane has over 15 years of experience in the beauty industry, working for major cosmetic companies, most recently Urban Decay Cosmetics, starting as a part-time makeup artist and moving up to sales executive. Jane has been battling systemic lupus and lupus nephritis for 16 years. She helps other lupus warriors as a support group leader for the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Thank you, Jane, for all your support. We can't wait to see your makeup demonstration.
Hi everyone, my name is Jane Tipiachin and I am the Lupus Warrior. I'm going to be showing you how to do a very quick natural makeup look on our beautiful model Sandra. Hi! So let's go ahead and get started. So to start out, very much to Dr. Bush's point about how very important it is to use SPF. We're going to be starting out with this botanical sunscreen, which has a SPF of 50. It's a tinted moisturizer, so it can serve as both a skincare, sun protection, and also a base for your makeup as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit here on the brush. This is a flat foundation brush. You can also use your hands if you like. So I'm going to just be starting here, putting a little dab of the product all over and then blending it into the skin. So as I said, you can use your hands or you can go ahead and use a brush, just as long as you're blending it nicely all over. This is something that's really nice to have because on the days you don't really want to wear too much makeup, you can just use this and still get your sun protection, your skincare, and a light coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this all over. I'm also going to be blending it into the neck, so this way you can get some protection on your neck as well. Just blending it all over. And it does help to kind of smooth the pores, hydrate the skin. And when you're looking for sunscreen, you want to try and find something that has broad spectrum or full spectrum, so you really get the full coverage and full protection. So now that we have the tinted moisturizer on, I'm going to move on to the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. And why we picked this is because it also has your full coverage, and then it has SPF of 50 as well. So we are getting double sun protection, which is what us Lupus Warriors need. So with this, we're going to use the same brush, the flat brush, and then I'm just going to dab this in the places that I want coverage in. So we're gonna do a little on the cheeks and then here. Sandra, what kind of coverage do you usually wear? Do you usually do kind of the fuller coverage, or do you do more natural?
More natural.
Okay, so we're gonna stick to kind of the more natural coverage. And again, when you're doing this, you know, you can work with whatever tool that you like to blend the foundation in. I'm using a flat brush right now. It's a synthetic flat brush. I like synthetic brushes because they tend to harbor less bacteria, so it's kind of cleaner on your face, and then also you don't get as much fallout with the bristles as you would with the animal hair, and then it's also cruelty free. Sometimes I also do use kind of a rounder, almost like powder-like brush or buffing brush if I want a little bit of a fuller coverage. When you're using a flat brush like this, you want to make sure that you're really blending it so you're not getting streaky. And oftentimes you get really red kind of like around the nose here, so you want to hit those inner corners and then just keep going until you blend everything in so it looks nice and natural. How does my foundation feel?
Good.
Yeah, this has a really nice coverage and it matches your skin really nice. If you don't have a professional to color match you, what you can always do is just kind of pick the 3 colors that you think works the best with your skin tone and do 3 stripes here, and whatever blends in with your jaw to your neckline is the color that you want to choose. And I always like to kind of put some of the foundation and whatever product you're working with and blend it into the neck because we don't want a line of demarcation so you can see the difference. So we're just blending that in. There we go. And then can you look up for me? I'm just gonna put a little bit more underneath the eyes. So if you want a fuller coverage, you can also add an additional concealer. But since Sandra doesn't like too much coverage, we're just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of the foundation underneath her eyes and really hit these inner corners right here too to ensure that we're kind of evening everything out real nice and smoothly. So we have both sides on now, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to a little bit of the powder. So right now we have just a nice coverage. If you tend to be a little bit more dry, then you don't want to put too much powder on. Are you a little bit more combination?
Combination,
Oh,
yes.
like you would say oily T-zone.
Yeah, oily T-zone.
Dry, a little bit more there. Okay, well this is actually a hydrating powder. It's a mineral powder from Smashbox. And does this also have SPF?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't. I thought this one had SPF, but you can find other mineral powders that have SPF too. But this is a hydrating powder, so we're just gonna go a little bit on the T-zone where Sandra said that she gets oily, and then just dab a little excess on the nose and on the cheeks, again since she wants a lighter coverage. And dab a little bit more, make sure you top it off. Okay, so just a very light coverage we're doing. And then next I'm going to do the bronzer. So I feel like bronzer is my very best friend when it comes to makeup, especially for us Lupus Warriors because we're so sensitive to the sun. And you know, most of us are super sensitive and we can tend to flare up, or when we go in the sun, actually, then it's just very detrimental to our skin, and then we don't get, you know, sometimes the tan that we want since we're not in the sun too often. So bronzer will be your new best friend. So when I apply bronzer, what I like to do is I like to start here on the cheeks like this. So this way we're really chiseling out the jawline or the cheekbones as much as possible. And then we're gonna do like a 3 motion here and here. So this way we are kind of contouring the whole side of the face. And especially for us Lupus Warriors that are on prednisone and we get a little bit of the moon face. I know when I used to be on prednisone, that was one of the things that I was a little bit more insecure about. I used a lot of bronzer and I always make sure to really hit down here. So I'm chiseling out my jawline and then again where the cheekbones are. So just a 3 like this, and then you can do a T across the forehead like that. But you can see the difference from here to here. You can see more of a contour on this side and more warmth to her face as well. So again, we're just gonna take some of this bronzer, and this one is actually a Makeup Revolution. It's the Glow Bronzer in Light. Just take a little bit like that, tap it off, and then we're gonna do the other side here. And again, we're starting here on the cheekbones, hitting it there, and then doing a 3 across her cheekbones, the side of her face, and then her jawline. And I like to take a little bit more on the jawline here. And on the days you're really doing a natural look and you need to do something super fast, what you can do is splash a little on your eyelids too, and it just gives a nice wash of warmth on the lid if you don't want to do the whole shadow look. Next, we're going to do a little bit of blush. This is a nice, like, kind of peachy rose blush from MAC. We're going to get a little bit of that product on there. And then if you can't find your cheekbones, what you can do is smile. So go ahead and smile, and you can see the apples of her cheeks pops up right here, and that's where you want to put the product. So I kind of add it there, and I do like a swirl like this. And you just really want to blend it in there and then kind of move the product upwards. So it gives a nice kind of like wash of color to her cheeks. And then more on the other side, just like that. This color is really pretty on me, I love it. I love blush because it really just helps to kind of brighten up your whole skin tone, I feel like. There we go. Next, we're going to move on to one of my other favorite products, which is highlighter. I feel like I can never have enough of this. So I'm going to take some of this. And this one is from Marc Jacobs, fancy. So I think this is the only product out of everything we have that you cannot get at Ulta. This you got at Sephora, right?
It was gifted to me.
So
So
it's a gift. Okay, awesome. But I do believe they have it at Sephora. Everything else you can get at Ulta. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of the highlighter, and we're just going to go here on kind of where the sun hits you, right above the cheekbone, and we're going to kind of do like a C. So you're going to go like this. So this way it's kind of hitting you where the sun would naturally hit you. And then kind of after we do the eyeshadow, I like to put a little bit underneath the brows too, and that looks really pretty. So same thing on the other side, we're just doing a C. And that just gives you like a really nice glow that everyone kind of craves. And I do a little on the nose and then right on the cupid's bow as well. So now we're done with complexion. So if you can just do a little swipe, and you can see how blinding that highlighter is, how beautiful it looks, and how nice and bronzy and sun-kissed you look. You look gorgeous.
thank you.
So next we're gonna move on to the eyes. Sandra already has really beautiful eyes, but we're just gonna kind of enhance it. So we're gonna do the Urban Decay bronzer. I actually worked for them before I went on disability for 8 years, and this is by far the most amazing eyeshadow primer that you can use. It gives you a really nice all-day wear with your eyeshadow, and oftentimes when we don't use a primer and we're wearing eyeshadow, we can get that creasing from the oils on our eyelid that we naturally have. So what the primer does, it helps to eliminate the oils, and then also it's going to increase the pigment in your eyeshadow and give you an all-day wear. So it's definitely a must-have. This one is called Sin, and the color is called Sin, and it kind of gives you a nice champagne shimmer all over your lid. So I think this looks real pretty even without eyeshadow. Again, those days where you're just doing a quick look, you can just put a little bit of this primer all over your lid, and then you can swipe a little bronzer and you're good to go. So we have that. And then I am going to use this Morphe palette. This is called Talkin' Flirty. Again, this is from Ulta. And for underneath the brow, I like to do the lighter color here, and then we're gonna just dab it off. I'm using kind of a fluffy blender brush, and then I'm just gonna go here underneath her brows, And that kind of just highlights underneath the brows, and I go inside this inner corner here, and it kind of helps to open up and brighten up the eyes a lot. And then same thing on the other side. Underneath the brows, and then just bring it in this inner corner, like that. So we're gonna apply this inside the crease here, going back and forth in a windshield wiping motion, and then kind of moving it into a V into the lash line. And then we're gonna mix this and this. You can always use one color if you like to too, but I always find myself, especially with palettes, mixing different shades together to get the color that I'm trying to achieve. So we're doing the same thing on the other side, windshield wiping motion, back and forth inside the crease, and then into a V shape, into the lash line. So we're just kind of defining the crease like that. And then I'm going to now take the lid color, and I think for today, what are you feeling like, Sandra? Do you want to add a little pop color of purple?
Yes, let's do that.
I mean, we're Lupus Warriors, we kind of have to,
Yes.
right? So I'm gonna mix a little bit of this medium purple and a little bit of this lilac color, and I'm going to just go on the lids. Sometimes if you're wanting to explore with a little bit of color, what you can do is select kind of a softer color like this, and then mix it with the neutral, like how we have a neutral inside the crease. So this way it's not too much color and not too aggressive, but still a nice fun way to play with color. And I feel like purples look good with every eye color. And then I always like to make sure you pat off the brush a little bit too, so you don't get too much fallout. With the eyeshadow, same thing on the other side, just mixing into the lid. And you can make sure to kind of blend that into the other color with the crease too. Okay, so now we have the shadow. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the eyeliner now. So Sandra likes to use liquid eyeliner. I also am a fan of liquid liner, but if you want to do kind of a more natural look, you can use pencil, you can use eyeshadow. So you have a lot of options with eyeliner. There's even gel eyeliner as well. So we're gonna do the liquid liner, and with this, you just gotta have a real nice steady hand and kind of do light streaks into the lash line like that. And if you want to do a wing, you could do a wing. You could just do like a nice natural look like what we're doing today. So we have the liquid liner. And what we can also do too, which looks nice, is we can mix a little bit of the deeper purple, so it just makes it look a little bit more smoky. And it also is adding a little bit more color. So go ahead and close. So we're just gonna put that a little bit on top. And it just kind of adds a little bit more of a softer texture and adds a little bit more of the purple fun color that we're trying to work with today. Makeup is like art. I don't feel like it's meant to really just cover and be like this mask, but more so like, you know, seeing your face as almost a palette, and, you know, doing some fun creative ways to just boost your confidence and have fun. Okay, so that's that with a little bit of the powder on top of it. And then what I like to do too, this is another one of my favorite tricks to really brighten up the eyes, especially on those days where you feel really tired. I like to take kind of like a brighter color. This has a little bit of a pink tint, so it helps with extra brightening. And I use this in your waterline. So go ahead and look up for me, Sandra. Sometimes this can be a little bit harder to do, but it's really simple. You just want to smooth it onto the waterline like this. And this liner is from NYX. Look up for me. it just kind of brightens it up real nicely underneath. And then we're gonna do a little, do you usually wear eyeliner underneath your eyes too? On the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit, and I think this time we're just gonna kind of do a neutral brown. Still from the palette, so you can see this palette's super universal, and the Morphe line is really nice because it's affordable, and their pigments are really nice and strong, and they have great products for an affordable price. They have really great brushes as well. So I'm just gonna smudge a little bit of this underneath your waterline. It's giving it kind of like a neutral, smoky eye. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna have you go ahead and curl your eyelashes. Curling the eyelashes helps to really open up the eyes a lot and make your lashes like stand nice and curly and open. Now you know you like to do your mascara a certain way, so why don't you go ahead and do your mascara as well. So mascara is great, especially if you have nice lashes like Sandra. I have false lashes on today, and for me, that's kind of one of the things that I really like in my routine that makes me feel like diva-ish and, you know, like fabulous. So if you're kind of wanting to do a more dramatic look, you can do false lashes, or for a more natural look for your lashes, you can just do a mascara like Sandra's doing, but she has great lashes already too. I have little itty bitty lashes for my natural lashes, so that's why I like my big falsies. But they have actually really nice natural lashes nowadays too, so you can kind of check it out and kind of, you know, pick and choose the one that fits you the best.
And I usually just do 2 coats just to make them look more full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I do my mascara, I definitely put like 2 or 3 coats on.
And I try to separate them as I go.
That looks so good.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So to complete the eyes, we're gonna move on to the eyebrows. So eyebrows are super important because they really frame your eyes and frame your face. And then I know, you know, for us Lupus Warriors, another challenge can be losing our hair. So sometimes our eyebrows will tend to, you know, get a little bit thinner. So with the brow product, this can help to really create more definition and get your eyebrows to be fuller and frame your face and your eyes nicely. So what I like to use is a brow pomade, and this is also from Makeup Revolution. So I'm just dabbing a very little amount of product. A little bit goes a long way. And I'm gonna kind of start the inner middle-ish of the brow here and just line them like this. And I'm just doing kind of short strokes. And you can elongate it near the end if you like to. And then I like to do the top of the brows and just kind of line that as well. So you're kind of carving out the shape of the brows. And then now you're gonna just kind of fill them in. I like to do kind of short brush strokes. So you're almost like mimicking your eyebrows, the eyebrow hairs that you already have. So it looks a little bit more natural. And I'm just following the natural arc of Sandra's brows. And I'm gonna get a little bit more product, and I'm gonna do the front of the brows here. And I'm just gonna kind of go upwards like this, following her natural arc. Just like that. There we go. So you can go ahead and see it's like a very natural difference, but it just makes them look a little bit more full and creates more definition to her already amazing arcs. Let's see, and let's have you turn a little bit this way, and then we're gonna do the same things. And then a lot of brushes come with this little spoolie side on the end, and you can use that to kind of brush out your brows and keep them in place. And then also it kind of helps to make it look more natural when you comb it out at the end.
It helps blend it.
It helps to blend it and makes it look more natural. Just like that. Looks good. And then we're going to move on now to the lips. This is a KKW Beauty lip liner. This one is just a natural shade. So we're going to just line the lips just so it creates a little bit more definition. And if you want kind of a fuller look with your lips, you can always overline just a little bit to create it a little bit more fullness. And there's also a lot of lip plumping products on the market now too. I'm a huge fan of them. I love them. Have you ever tried one, Sandra?
Mm-mm.
They're fun. Okay, so this is a beautiful, just new natural color, very neutral. And then this is also KKW Beauty, and this is in pink number 5. So we're gonna go ahead and apply some of this shade. And this kind of has just like a neutral, rosy wash to the lips. It has really nice pigment and it's very hydrating as well. Okay, and then we're gonna top it off with some NYX Buttered Gloss. I love how this feels. It's super hydrating and it has a really yummy taste to it. And apply that on top so we get a little extra pop of shine, which is always nice. And gloss is nice for if you don't want to do a bunch of lip colors, you can always pop a little gloss on just to give it a nice shine to your lips and boost with hydration. Okay, so that's our look. Just a really nice neutral pop with a little bit of purple, lavender, and neutral tones. And last but not least, we're going to finish it off with a Makeup Revolution matte fixing spray. So this is Hydro Matte. So since she is both a little bit, she's combination, so she's a little dry, a little oily, we're gonna shake the bottle like this and go ahead and close, Sandra. And then you're gonna do kind of like an X like this. So this is kind of setting in the makeup, so it gives you an all-day wear, and then it kind of helps to just smooth and like give everything a nice glow to kind of finish everything off. So your makeup lasts all day, so it'll take you through the days, and then if you're going out at nighttime as well. But this is a very nice, simple look. Do you feel like you can achieve this at home, Sandra?
I think so.
You have my number too.
Yes,
if you ever have any questions. And thank you for tuning in, you guys. I hope you all try this look at home, and we'll see you soon.
Now we will open our Q&A portion of the event. We will begin with questions that were asked during the presentation. Feel free to ask additional questions while we are talking. We will try to get through as many questions as we can live, and anything that we're not able to get to, we will email you later. Jane.
Hi, everyone. So thank you so much for tuning in and checking out our fun and easy makeup look tutorial. I just wanted to give a big thanks to Sandra. She was an amazing model, super easy to work with. And, you know, she's my fellow Lupus Warrior. She facilitates the San Jose Lupus support group. So if you guys are in the area, definitely check her out. And thank you, Lupus NorCal, for donating all the makeup to Sandra. We were able to get her a whole new makeup kit. So we had fun shopping at Ulta on on Lupus House. So thank you so much for that. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to ask away and I can answer them to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, so the first one we have here is, what amount of SPF should I use?
So for me, I like to kind of stick with a 50. I know that they can be anywhere from like SPF 10 to SPF 100. You know, if you're in the sun, you're going to the beach and all that, you can go for the highest one you want to go to. But I think, you know, it's definitely, as long as you're getting 50 and above, like for a Lupus Warrior, I think that's perfect. And then also, as far as when you're looking for sunscreen, there's a lot of great sunscreens from, you know, ranging from lower prices to higher prices, but you do want to look for something SPF 50, and also it needs to be broad spectrum as well, because then you're getting a fuller protection that way when it's broad spectrum.
How can I conceal my butterfly rash?
Okay, great question. So when I had a really bad butterfly rash, I still have a very faint one, but you can use colors like green and then also yellow will help to tone it down. So they actually sell color correctors that you can put on, and you can just kind of blend it first into the area that you want to conceal. And then after that, you can apply your foundation, your concealer on top of it. And then that will definitely cover it, because you're getting that color correction base first to neutralize the redness, and then we're also concealing with the foundation and the concealer.
A follow-up question on that. When I have a lot of rash, it does not affect me to use foundations. Do you have another suggestion?
It does not weigh?
Does
Sorry.
not affect me to use foundations.
Okay, so
I think maybe the question is, will the foundation affect the rash?
So are you talking about something that still has a little bit of coverage? So if you're talking about not using a foundation, I can totally understand that, you know, because the rash is out of control. You want to let it breathe. You know, you definitely don't want to wear makeup every single day if you don't have to. You want to let your skin breathe. But if you are looking for just something very light, in the video I did use a tinted moisturizer. So on Sandra. So this way you can buy a tinted moisturizer. It has a very, very light coverage. So it's not even going to feel like you have any foundation on, but you're still going to get your SPF. You can find one SPF, and then you're also going to get, you know, your skincare and a little bit of coverage, if you don't want something so, so full coverage.
What do you recommend for forehead lines and lines below the eyes with thinning skin?
Okay, so when it comes to that, you're kind of traveling more into the skincare. So there's a lot of anti-aging skincare out there. There's like toners and serums and, you know, moisturizers that you can use. You just want to look for something that's anti-aging. Definitely if it's around the eyes, it's a very delicate area. You want to use an eye cream with anti-aging and a lot of moisture, a lot of hydrators in it. And then when you apply it, you just want to apply very, very, very lightly, just kind of patting underneath the eyes, just very, very lightly. You don't want to be rough around the eyes. And then this way, you know, it's something that is going to work over time. It's not really an overnight fix. And, you know, I don't think any skincare can totally take care of it, eliminate it, but it will definitely help if you use it consistently every single day, morning and night. There's lots of great products out there for that. And then in terms of makeup, there's also a lot of anti-aging makeup that you can use as well to help to conceal it. You just have to look for the label anti-aging, and it'll give you different ingredients that will help with your problem that you're having. Oh, sorry. One more answer to that question. There is also primers that you can use that are very very smoothing, and they'll help to kind of smooth and fill in the lines as well. So you can look for those foundation primers that'll help with that as well.
Great. How can I make my lipstick stay longer without feathering?
So with that, they actually do sell they're like clear lip liners, but they're basically lip primers. And you would put that on first, and then how you would apply it is kind of like starting around the lips, and you want to like pat it in, and you'll notice that it will also fill in the lines that you have around your lips as well. So you want to pat that in first before you apply anything at all. And then on top of that, you can use some lip liner that will make it last longer, and then also apply your lipstick right on top, and then that should help fix it a lot.
What's your thoughts about La Mer? Is there a more cost-effective product?
So La Mer is a great product. Actually, my best friend uses it. I've never tried it before. It's a little bit too bougie for my taste in my pocket. However, I did hear great things about it. But again, if you go to Sephora or you go to Ulta, you can go and just ask one of the beauty advisors there and just say, you know, these are my problems that I want to fix. I'm looking for X, Y, and Z, and they'll be able to guide you, and they can take you to your price range too. So don't be afraid to like ask the beauty advisors, because they work there and that's what they're for, and they can show you all like the different ones that you're looking for. Because in terms like La Mer is kind of all about like anti-aging, and then also, you know, preserving skin and moisture. So there's tons of products that are more affordable. So there's definitely some great other things, substitutes you can use.
Okay. If I only have a few minutes to put on my makeup, which product would you choose?
Okay, so what I would do is I would definitely do a foundation, just to kind of, you know, just lightly hit all the spots that you want to cover. It doesn't have to be like a super full coverage. Just kind of quickly just dab it on wherever you want to go. And then I would definitely do bronzer. Just hit it with that 3 and the T across the forehead, like I was talking about in the video. And then what you can also do is you can use the bronzer on your lids too. So the primer that I use, the Urban Decay one in Sin, has a champagne shimmer. So you can go ahead and grab some of that, dab it on your eyes. So it's already giving you a little color, a little shimmer and brightness. And then take the bronzer and just swipe it on your lids, and then you're good to go. And maybe a little gloss or something. But that would be like a 5-minute look, maybe even less.
Perfect. What should I use to take off my makeup?
So there are a lot of great things on the market to take off your makeup. There are makeup wipes from Neutrogena. I have used them in the past, but I've heard bad things about them recently, saying that it's not the best for your skin because it's a little bit too rough. So most recently I started using like makeup butters that actually melt your makeup off very gently. So it's just like a very buttery consistency, and then you just apply it and then add water, and it just takes everything off really nicely, and then it's a lot more gentle on your skin.
Great. On the video, you showed makeup for a combination skin.
Mm-hmm.
I have Sjogren's, which makes my skin very dry, and sometimes
I have Sjogren's too. Yeah.
and the skin on my face gets flaky from the dryness. Mm-hmm. What do you recommend?
Okay, so you and I are on the same boat, girl, so don't worry. I also have lupus and Sjogren's, and my skin gets crazy dry. My eyes get crazy dry. My mouth is actually dry right now. So, but I would recommend, so I try and stay away from powder as much as I can. I actually really don't use powder anymore like I used to. So what I do is I do a very moisturizing foundation. I use Cover FX, which has it's like hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, and all that good stuff. So when you're looking for foundation, if you can look for those things, then that would be great. So I use just a very light natural finish foundation, and then I just do my bronzer on my in my cheek stuff, my blush and everything, and then I I use a spray from Caudalie, which is like a great water spray. They also have an Evian one. I find that those are really nice. I actually put it in the fridge, and then I use that thing probably like 5 times a day, because you just spray it on and it just instantly like gives you like lots of moisture and hydration into your skin. So looking for things that are more moisturizing and then staying away from powders.
Okay. How do I pick out makeup brushes?
So when it comes to brushes, there's so many different things that you can use. So in the video, we were shopping on a budget, so we try to grab things that were more affordable, but also will do the job and are good quality. So we actually use Morphe brushes, which are super affordable, and they definitely work very well. So you can look out for those. They have an Ulta, they have a store. Also, like, it depends, what you're looking for. So depending if you're trying to look for a foundation brush, you can look for like the buffer brushes or like the flat brushes. Again, it's just whatever you feel comfortable working with. Some people use beauty blenders. Again, I would suggest to talk to the beauty advisor and say, I need a whole new kit. Sander and I were able to get a Morphe brush kit that had everything in it. So that was really nice. So kits are always good, especially if you're just starting out and you need a whole new set of brushes. Always look for the kits. And there's some really good prices on those as well.
Great. How can I stop the creasing in my eyeshadow?
So like I talked about in the video, an eyeshadow primer is definitely super essential, because we all naturally have those oils on our eyelids. So using an eyeshadow primer, and there's so many on the market, but my favorite is definitely Urban Decay, and they have different shades of them as well. So using that, just putting it lightly on first before your eyeshadow will eliminate all of that.
Great. We have another question about dry skin. For chapped lips, what do you recommend for lipstick? Lipstick can be very drying. What do you recommend for chapped lips?
So, I'm kind of like old school with it. I use Carmex. So I just found that I really like it, but I always will just look out for, different lip balms and things like that. And they even have lip masks that you can use overnight as well that work really well. That will help to really replenish your lips. But what I do is I apply, my Carmex first, and then I do it after I do my moisturizer and everything. Then I start on my face. So this way I'm getting like that hydration in my lips. And then I go ahead and I do my lip liner, and I try and look out for as many hydrating glosses and lipsticks, because there's so many out there. So if you have really dry lips, I would highly suggest to stay away from those the lip stains and like the long wear. I'm having a brain fog and exactly what it's called, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like really big in the beauty industry right now. Like Kylie Cosmetics has it. It's like those long wearing lipsticks, the liquid ones, because those ones, even though it says they're gonna stay all day, it's gonna dry your lips out like nobody's business. I tried it once because I was like, let me try this trend, and my lips, they looked like the Sahara Desert. It was not cute. So stay away from the long lasting liquid lipsticks and just stick to your glosses and your lipsticks that say they have vitamin E, jojoba oil, and all that good stuff. Hyaluronic acid.
How can I pick out the best foundation match for my skin tone?
Okay, so that's a good question. I feel like everyone struggles with this. And, when I used to work in the beauty industry, that was like one of the main things people came in for and they needed help with. So, if you are going to like a Sephora or an Ulta or even like the makeup counters, I would highly suggest to get help, because they, again, this is what they're there for. They're the professionals. But if you don't have someone to help you, I would kind of look at, if your skin tone is more golden, or if it's kind of more like neutral or like pinky tone, because then it will kind of take you to pick different like undertones for your foundation. But for me, I'm like more of a golden skin tone. So you want to pick out 3 shades that you think would match you the best. So you'll just want to do 3 stripes like this on your jawline and then kind of blend them in and see whatever blends the best into your face and your neck. Because what you don't want is too dark of foundation or too light or a tone that's off. So whatever blends nicely into your neck and your face is the one you want to pick.
And I have a light skin tone with brown spots.
Okay.
I also get a little ruddy with red coloring on my face. How do I correct both of these at the same time?
Okay, so that's when the color correctors can come in. They say to use orange on like the darker spots, so you can do a little bit of that, and then for it was redness as well. For the redness, you can use like a green. So with those, you don't have to apply a lot. Just get the color correctors and apply it to wherever you want to do. And then you can put your foundation and concealer right on top. And then that should definitely help you out a lot.
Great. That's all the questions that we have. Let's open it up just a few more seconds to see if there's any last minute questions. Not seeing anything come in. So thank you, Jane and
Thank
Sandra.
you so much. Thank you for putting this on, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Bye. And you can always reach out to me on Instagram at Jane Does. If you have any makeup questions, I would love to answer them. I would love to help you. And I'm also really good at shopping for makeup. So if you need my help, let me know. I'm here. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Jane. I hope you all learned some good makeup tips. I know I did. If you want to rewatch this video, or if you missed Dr. Bush's presentation from this morning, they will be posted on the LFNC's website, www.lfnc.org. For additional resources or questions, please visit our website or email us at communications@lfnc.org. I hope you all had a great day today and that you will be joining us tomorrow for another full day of lupus-related information. Tomorrow, we have Dr. Chai Chen discussing pregnancy in SLE. And after that, we have a lupus patient panel. We hope you will join us. You do not need to register again, but can use the link you used today to join us tomorrow. Have a good evening.